The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the views and opinions of a Lucky Sunshine Company or any of their subsidiaries.
Fruit and the fruit. The brute and the fruit. The brute.
Fruit and the fruit.
Today's show is brought to you by Don's Restaurant. Burger, tell us a bit about Don's.
I've been going to Don's Restaurant my entire life. It's been in the same location. It's been there since 1974, I believe. They've got cheap drinks. The bar opens up at 11 and happy hour starts at 11 and ends at 7 p.m. So it's perfect for those of us who don't like to really do stuff during the day.
Okay.
They've got, you can go in there at literally any time of day. They're open 24/7. So you can go in there at like 2 in the morning and order a cheeseburger.
Now, have they ever
Chicken fried
changed the oil in the fryer? Rumor has it.
I hope not, because I think that's what adds to the delicious flavors and the aromas that are prevalent throughout that entire building. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite places to eat breakfast. They have a bar menu that's $5.99. As long as you go in there and order a drink, you can order anything off the bar menu for $5.99.
What are some highlights? Give us some highlights of that.
Highlights of the bar menu?
Yeah.
I always get the chef salad because I'm always trying to stay healthy.
Yep. Keep the figure down.
Yep. So I get a chef salad with oil and vinegar. My aunt works there. She always makes fun of me. She puts in my order for me. She doesn't give me special treatment when it comes to pouring the drinks. It's a heavy pour anytime you go there. You don't go to Don's and ask for a double because it's already a double.
Oh, so what if you want a quad, you'd get a double then?
They would just probably put it in a tall.
Or do they get upset if you ask? Is it a thing where everything's a double, and so they kind of get offended when they're like, "Oh, well, what we're giving you right now isn't good enough"?
I'm not really sure because I know better. Yeah. So I wouldn't order a double, but if a stranger goes in there and orders a double, I'm not sure what the response would be. Do they get a true double? Do they get fucking 4 shots?
Right.
I don't know. But I know that somebody went in there at one point when I was there. They were like a yuppie couple that tried to order a martini and one tried to order a cosmopolitan, and then the bartenders were just looking at them like, "What? We don't. This is. Do you want to? How about a gin and tonic or a screwdriver?" Right? This place isn't fancy. This place is old school, and that's what I love about it so much is the charm and like the old school atmosphere there. You feel like it's like this part of America that's never died.
They're gonna kick you out.
Yeah, you're not gonna go there and order fufu. They're gonna make fun of you. You're gonna feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
And also I have the best luck with pull tabs there.
Well, there you go.
I feel like they shake their pull tabs really good. They do a good mix there when they get their batch from the manufacturers. So I think Don's is one of the great American institutions that has somehow managed to survive during, the last 45 years, whatever it's been. So to me, it's an honor to go to Don's.
So go to Don's Restaurant, Marysville, right off of State Avenue.
Yep, and right off I-5 too.
Right off I-5 you can't miss it.
You've got a friend at Don's.
All right, welcome to another episode of The Brute and the Fruit. I am Kirk.
I'm Burger.
And we're, as always, joined by producer extraordinaire, Tim. Tim, how you doing, bud?
Let's just get this over with, guys.
Okay. All right, well, Burger, it's good to be back.
Yeah, last week was a little rough because you and I were a little kind of irritated with some of the stuff that was going on, but I think we're back now.
We're back on track, I think.
I've been given the approval to do some news stories that are more pertinent to the reality that we live in.
Yes, big. We're getting back on track. It's a big day for us here at The Brute and the Fruit. It's good to be back to normal.
Just do what you want.
Okay. Well, we should tell the story of how we got to where we're at right now. Tim? You all right, bud? What's
Oh
going on?
yeah.
Keep looking at your phone.
I got some calls.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted.
I'm gonna have some calls.
You have some calls. It's a show day though. I mean, we normally
Yeah, it wasn't planned to be a show day though, right?
What do you mean? It's Tuesday.
it's what.
No, but it wasn't supposed to be a show day, right, Kirk?
Well, normally on show days, like you say,
No, I have
phone calls.
I have a very important business to deal with right now
Okay.
as a liaison to a international company, and you were supposed to be busy doing something else, and I don't really want to get into it, but I'm gonna have some calls, and we're just gonna have to work around that.
Oh, you mean my adult fat camp that you said you were sending me to?
No, I don't have time for this right now, but I sent you
Fat
to
camp.
Well, Burger, as you know, you had to rescue me not too a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And as we
rescue.
Tim,
I had
rescue.
to go pick him up over in Eastern Washington.
You left me stranded. Tim, okay.
Same state.
Tim, as we know, if you were listening last week, Tim sent Burger off to pretty much a very offensive camp.
Very offensive camp.
And
which I took advantage of.
Yes, you did. You did. Good for you. And Tim made it clear last week that he had a camp for me set up. And and he told me it was an adult fat camp. And we talked off air, and I thought that sounded like a great idea. I said, you know what, Tim, you're right. Maybe this time, maybe I should go to an adult fat camp. But it sounded good. He said, great food, that there'd be massages there. I've never had a real massage. So I thought I'd go. I said, yeah, sure. Where is it? Tenasket.
Tenasket?
It's a nice place.
Yeah. Tim says Tenasket. I said, Tenasket, Tim. I don't know where Tenasket is. He says it's in Okanagan. I'm like, well, at first I'm like, I don't want to fly over to Japan right now. And then I realized that that's Okinawa. And so I was a little more on board to go to it after I figured that snafu. So Tim says I'm allowed to.
It's not that far away.
I'm allowed to bring
us to Eastern Washington. It's the same
state.
Sure.
And how did I get there?
I drove you part of the way.
You drove me to Monroe.
Yeah, that's as far east as I'll go.
And he dropped me off.
That's 25 minutes away.
He didn't even drop me off at a bus stop.
It's like 45 minutes away.
Not if
it
you
was
take
just
the
like
back
kind of on the
roads.
side of the road, and he gave me a. All I was told I was allowed to bring was a suitcase. So I just have a suitcase, and I'm assuming, like I said, I'm assuming I'm going to some sort of fat camp, I guess. And so now I'm starting to think of all these great ideas while I'm on this bus, because now it's a bus ride from Monroe to Tenasket, which is like 7 hours or whatever it is. Far.
That's a really
the whole time I'm thinking. I'm having these I'm thinking about it. I'm imagining like, okay, what am I going to do when I get there? And I'm remembering Burger's story. I'm thinking, man, maybe I'll start my own slapjacks at fat camp. Maybe I'll take advantage of being at fat camp and start my own slapjacks. And I thought, well, maybe it could be its own team. And I was trying to think of a name. And I ended up taking a nap. Long story short, we get to Tenasket and I get dropped off, and I'm like, I started getting a little worried when we're getting to Tenasket, and like I'm like one of the only people left on the bus, and there isn't like a camp or something there, and they just said we're going to Tenasket, so like the bus is just driving out there. And it wasn't like a destination. Like, it wasn't like we're going to camp, Sunshine to drop you off. It's like we're going to Tenasket. So I'm guessing they're just taking me to some spot in the middle of town.
Right.
Which was true. He just dropped me off. And then there's this old man in a pickup truck.
Yeah, Bo didn't take care of you?
Yeah, well, Bo picked me up. And
I mean, you're an adult.
Yeah. And I would have appreciated like an adult human being to ride in the cab of the truck, not in the back of the truck. It was kind of cold. And his dog in the front seat. He made me hop in the back.
Oh, well.
And so...
You probably smelled that.
I didn't understand at this point. I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't have any cell phone service out there, so
What do you have cheap service or something?
it wasn't covered.
I can talk to Bo on the phone, no problem.
Okay,
This sounds nothing like.
this is not fat camp. This it turns out I was Tim pawned me off to this man as like a helper, like a farm hand or like a deckhand, you know. This man has like 12 acres out in Tenasket. It's not necessarily like a farm because he doesn't have like animals, like crops and stuff, but it's like, 12 acres of land that he like tries to maintain.
Like he's like a hobby farmer.
Yeah, and I'm so like
he's a serious businessman.
He's got like 4 different giant dogs,
Bo's a respected
mounds of shit, and I'm picking up all this shit. It's the first thing he has me fucking do. I go there and I have to shovel all this shit, these monster dogs, and then you feel like they're eyeing you because like you're the new guy on the property.
You send him to go pick up dog shit?
You guys are acting like this is not appropriate.
This wasn't fat camp. You sold me off like a worker.
I feel
like I was human trafficked.
Last night I watched Sylvester Stallone's Rambo 3. Okay? Excellent movie. The Afghanis, the way they suffered at the hands of the Russians. Anyway, in Rocky, he trains in a very backwoods kind of way. All right? He's punching meat. He's up in the mountains. He's running up and down stairs. You think that you need to go to some fancy camp where you're pampered? No, you need to go work. You need to work it off. I mean, I'm just trying to help you.
This wasn't a camp. It was just you sent me to live with a weird man in the middle of a weird man in the middle of Tenasket, in the middle of nowhere, essentially. And
that's not.
So the guy has me shoveling shit when I get there.
Since
my phone's not working,
and see, I was wondering why I couldn't get a hold of you.
Yeah, my phone's not working, so now I can't. I can only listen. I can listen to some music on my phone, but a lot of times the guy was telling me, he was like working alongside me. You can't really listen to headphones while working next to someone.
Yeah,
you don't need technology. You need to focus on your main goal, which is
I like to listen to some tunes while I'm doing manual labor.
Like I said,
why couldn't you send him somewhere that he was going to like swim or something? Like you sent me to the water. Like I at least had a view of the harbor.
It was warmer. It's like 10 degrees warmer over there.
That makes it 50 degrees.
Didn't feel like it.
Yeah, that's better than here.
I was digging post holes. It was awful. He had a push lawnmower. Told me just have at it.
He has a push lawnmower for 12 acres?
I mean, I don't think he does it for all 12. It's impossible if he did. I feel like this is part of his setup.
He's trying to give Kirk an opportunity that he could choose to take advantage of or not to exercise.
Well, did you at least get good food? Like good, farm, fucking, heavy duty.
Did you drink eggs like Rocky?
Substantial food?
No, you gave me a bologna sandwich that had ketchup on it.
I'm sure you could have had whatever you want if you just asked.
I don't think that's how it worked. You weren't there.
Did you talk to Bo's wife?
I don't think there wasn't a woman that had lived on that farm for 15 years at least. It was just him.
He sounded nice on the phone. So
no, he was a cranky old grump.
Slim, how long were you there?
I appreciate it. He's a man of the earth. He's a hard-working fella. And I thought you could learn something, maybe.
18 hours. Well, I had an idea. I thought, okay.
The agreement
because I thought it was fat camp when I packed. So in my suitcase, I had brought some Pop-Tarts. Just in case,
Why Pop-Tarts? Why would you?
Because it's a morning food, and I figured at fat camp they're not going to be giving you a bunch of stuff in the morning, and if you're going to do a bunch of stuff.
Pop-Tarts are like cake.
That's just sugar.
It's a breakfast food. It's a breakfast pastry. Like
What do you mean? What does that have to do with anything?
So when you eat it in the morning, it's meant to give you that extra
oomph. The sugar.
Okay. Anyways, I also I had some flash floods. And
very good. Thank you.
Because I thought since Fat Camp thought it would be like a competition, and I figured I would take some flash floods like the day before the big weigh-in to like give me the extra boost.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to keep doing work at this place, so I thought maybe if I took
the work is what makes you lose weight. What you trying to win the competition? You're not willing to put in the work to do so.
There was no competition. It was just me. I'm saying I brought.
He has hogs there.
I brought the flash floods because I thought I was going to a place where there would be competition, where I would need to cheat to win by taking a supplement to make me poop my brains out.
But there was no winning because there was no competition.
But instead, I decided to take it because I didn't feel like doing this labor that this man was making me do.
It's
like
part
a
of the program.
mule.
It's part of the program.
So I took the flash floods, and I was in the bathroom all night.
All night,
evacuating his bowels.
The next morning,
did you
sleep? Of course, Bo didn't give a shit. No pun intended. But he didn't give a shit that I wasn't feeling well. I was hoping that might have been my way out. Like, oh man, I'm not feeling good today. Let me take a day off. I need to rest because of this.
Not how it works on the program.
Bo sounds like the kind of guy who would demand that you eat your own shit for energy.
Well,
no, but Bo would, if you didn't eat your dinner, make you eat it the next day for breakfast.
As a sign from a divine signal, the septic tank drain field actually burst, and a big portion of his yard was just swampy sewage.
Holy shit!
And he was not happy.
Was that was from taking the flash floods?
You can't necessarily. Let's put it this way. I can't confirm or deny. You know what I mean? If I say it was or wasn't, that could be implicating me on some things here.
I see.
Let's get this straight, though. Flash floods is perfectly compatible with septic systems. It's not unsafe to take our product if you're on a septic system.
I'm just saying I took it, and I had multiple trips to the bathroom, and somehow, according to you never know. I mean, maybe Bo took a monster dump that morning, but
coincidence.
I mean, could be coincidence. I don't know. I'm just saying he was not happy about that, and so he basically told me to get the fuck out of there. And
it's an old-fashioned kind of place. Maybe
so I took an Uber from there to Wenatchee, and Burger. That's about as far as Burger could get to pick me up. So then
I got all
invoice.
Finally, he was able to get my messages once he got out of the middle of bumfuck.
So I got the invoice for that Uber ride because that was pretty expensive. I couldn't get a hold of you. You wouldn't answer.
This is for your own health, and you're trying to get me to pay for it.
You sold me a download. You sold me to a man. I was human trafficked. Human trafficked.
I don't have time for this. Okay.
Obviously, you didn't have any. Obviously,
I got a lot bigger problems than your nonsense.
And that's why the Brute and the Fruit is back. We are able to talk about the conversations that we want to talk about. Burger's got the news stories that the people want to hear, and we got those sponsors of the people, the local hardworking businesses.
And hopefully, we can put your dishonest behavior and your actions towards us that have been really offensive.
We forgive you. We forgive you.
Right.
What?
But I do have an invoice. I do have a $400 invoice.
Just forward it to Helen.
It was a 2-hour Uber ride.
We'll look at it. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see if Helen can figure out how to use email.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like I said before, I mean, we've been with you since the beginning, but there's been a lot that's happened with your behavior and your actions towards us that has been really offensive. And it's not been, you act like it's to make us better, but it's really just to appease your overlords. Like you keep saying, liaison. I'm a liaison to these people.
Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't.
Is your phone ringing?
I gotta take this.
Jesus Christ.
Just don't listen, okay? We're gonna cut this out.
We're gonna cut this out.
You didn't cut out the last one.
Hey. Hey, Helen. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm here.
Did you listen to the last show?
Yeah, he's just
he
over there.
He didn't edit out the last
He's
phone
just
call.
over there working.
He doesn't pay attention.
I know.
It's, like
it's crazy, right? Because
he's marrying an old
it's
lady.
a foreign country, so...
When he's dealing with whoever.
Yeah, it's a... No, so we're paying an extra fee for the foreign country bills on the phone. And so, like...
He doesn't even know why I got sent home.
No, he doesn't care.
You didn't... I know. I mean, I don't... I can get a hold of him. And maybe it's because my phone, I've been over there, and it's like in the system or something. But I know... No, Greg's fine. Gregory's fine. Yeah, I've talked to him this morning. This morning I talked to him. He's fine. I promise he's fine. Okay? So I'll try to call him too. How about that? We'll probably both of us will try, and one of us will get through at least. I know it's weird, but
remember how professional we used to be?
All right, honey.
Yeah, I remember when we first started. We had a format.
Yes, I love Greg.
Everything made sense. We just do funny news stories and tell weird stories about ourselves and about friends. Now it's turned into something weird.
Yeah.
Are you done?
Really weird.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, how was it?
Well, how was what?
Are we ready? Are we?
I'll just make sure everything is
just
okay.
continue.
Everything all right?
I don't know. I don't want to do a lot of editing, so just get back into it, whatever you're doing.
So anyways, I picked up my friend from Wenatchee after I finally was able to make contact.
Who's that?
Me.
Oh, that's...
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, where you abandoned me?
From Okanagan County to Wenatchee. We went out for some chicken fried steak at Patty's Egg Nest. That was nice.
That was good. That was very good.
Excellent.
It was delicious. Fucking great.
That sounds like you guys had a good time.
Had a great time, and
great.
we also, that's when we hatched the plan. No pun intended with the Patty's Egg Nest. Where we hatched the plan to take back our show, and that's what we're doing. We got headlines. We might even do some wrestling talk. Who knows? But Burger, let's get into these headlines.
All right, let's go.
Here we go. Back in the saddle.
Here's some stuff that's a little more pertinent to the reality that we live in today.
I'm back in the saddle again. I'm back. I'm back in the saddle again. I'm back.
Well, I like the song, but I have to completely disagree with your premise. But just continue. Just do your stupid.
Here we go.
For those of you listening, just imagine if we had the rights. That's what we would have played right there. Is the actual clip. So just if you want to rewind and listen back with that in mind,
way we can be dismissed of any sort of legal issues.
I'm just gonna cut this.
All right.
Hey. Here's something that I think that musicians might be very excited about. This is America. All right. Mick Fleetwood has reconciled with Lindsey Buckingham and really enjoyed being reconnected.
Hey, that's good.
What is this?
That's really good.
Well, Buckingham sued Fleetwood Mac in October 2018 after he was fired from the band. Can you imagine? This is like 50 years after. Just how petty.
Yeah. It's Stevie Nicks, man. She holds a grudge.
Well, she deserves to hold a grudge.
I tell you, you mess up once, if it involves their kids, I'm never going to forgive you.
Buckingham sued Fleetwood Mac in October 2018 after he was fired from the band. In December 2018, he revealed they had settled the lawsuit. Mick Fleetwood wants Fleetwood Mac to have one last hurrah.
Hurrah!
Hurrah!
I like that.
The group's founding member, 73, good lord, recently opened up about his reconciliation with former bandmate Lindsey Buckingham, 71, who was released from the band in 2018 after a disagreement regarding their 2019 world tour, according to Rolling Stone. Like, what was the disagreement?
I don't remember, but I do know who replaced him.
Who was it?
It was fucking Mike Campbell, I believe.
Tyson?
No, Mike Campbell, the guy from Tom Petty and Heartbreakers.
Oh, that's right.
Mike Campbell and Neil Finn from Crowded House.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they play "Don't Dream It's Over" at shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Buckingham filed a lawsuit against the band in October 2018 and accused Fleetwood Mac of 7 offenses, including breach of fiduciary duty
and touching him on the bum,
breach of oral contract, not contact, and intentional interference with prospective economic advantage. Those are pretty dire accusations.
Sounds like lawyer talk.
Yeah. In December 2018, he told CBS This Morning they had settled the lawsuit. Buckingham was replaced by Neil Finn and Mike Campbell for the band's international live dates, which concluded in November of 2019. Hey. Perfect timing, right before the apocalypse. It was a massive, really lovely world tour that was beyond successful in every way and a happy tour, said a person who speaks English, Mick Fleetwood.
And a happy tour.
Let me read that again.
In every way, and a
Here's
happy
this
tour.
Quote. It was a massive, really lovely world tour that was beyond successful in every way and a happy tour. Mick Fleetwood.
This is like an old person that's forgetting what they said by the end of the sentence.
Yeah, this is like somebody with Alzheimer's.
Sounds like our old president.
A robot.
Yeah.
This could be a robot.
Sounds like our dying president. Who's just dying. He's dying
well,
before our eyes.
He's not dying. His brain is.
Same thing. The brain, you can't live without your brain.
Well,
if your appendix is dying, you get it removed.
I
your
mean,
brain is dying.
Is he not kind of proving that?
Wrote.
Is he not kind of proving he can go?
Anyway. Fleetwood and Buckingham to resolve the dispute after 2 years of estrangement. Green died in his sleep in July 12th. Oh, yeah. Peter Green.
Oh, yeah.
It was death of Peter Green that
caused Fleetwood to want to reconcile with Buckingham.
Something like that. When they're like, holy shit, we're not going to be alive much longer.
All right. This is a good way to segue, actually. I'm going to interrupt here. I just recently watched Bohemian Rhapsody for the second time. First time I saw it was in theaters.
I've never seen it, so please, no spoilers.
I've never seen it either.
Levi Harris saw it recently.
Yeah. I was actually watching it with a friend of mine. Anyways, not good.
No?
I'm sorry. I apologize to anyone who thinks it's good, but it's just not good.
That's the opposite of what Levi said.
It's very.
How do you expect me to trust you, someone who goes somewhere that is agreed upon and then you just ditch, or Levi Harris, one of the greatest reporters of our time?
Why are you talking to Levi Harris?
Well, we've got some business. I mean, he's just an entertaining guy.
We're so entertaining. Why hasn't he been on our show?
He's got other things to do. He's got other things to do.
I'm sorry, you're the guy who's supposed to arrange this type of stuff, and then you talk about.
Well, why do you think I'm talking to him?
Levi Harris, and
that's our business.
He was like on our, I don't know, our second or third episode.
He wasn't on too long ago, but we did have a hiatus.
No.
Anyways, the movie. The problem with the movie is that it's a very it's just so tidy, like. Every idea Freddie Mercury comes up with, it's just as if he just shit out the right answer the first time, and
he's infallible. He has no arc,
right? Well, but no, he does have an arc because, like, they subtly touch on the gay issue because I guess there's some woman that he was with before, and then like eventually he started like they like allude to the fact that while Queen was on tour, he was like banging dudes. And then eventually they split up and he kind of is like alone and partying too much. And then he gets with the dude he ended up being with until he died. And then, Queen goes and they play the Live Aid show and he's like the greatest entertainer of all time. But there's just so much going on. Like when you watch it, like I said, it's don't get me wrong. It's not an offensive movie. It's not an awful movie by any means, but the guy won Best Actor at the Academy Awards for that. And that's like an award that normally goes to like guys that put on really great performances. So when I watch a movie with that in mind, like, so when I first saw it before when I first saw it before the awards or anything came out, when I was like in theaters, I saw it with like my mom. I remember watching and going, "Huh, wasn't bad." Kind of inoffensive biopic, you know, like just kind of like a retrospective of their entire career, where it's like, "Hey, I got this new song," and it's like, "Dun dun 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 dun," and he's like singing a little bit of, you know, or he's like in bed with a girl, and he starts playing, you know, Bohemian Rhapsody. This is before he even joins, you know, Queen, but he's got like the melody to the song, which could have been true, you know, he's playing the piano, you know, and it could have been true. Who knows? You know, like Axl Rose, I guess, wrote November Rain, had that written before he even joined Guns N' Roses, or most of it. He'd been working on it forever. So that could be a truthful thing, but it was just that idea of like, oh, what's that you're playing? It's like, oh, it's just something I've been working on, and it's fucking, you know, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Cute.
Right.
It's too cute.
Or like Mike Myers. That's another one. Mike Myers plays a record executive, like
Michael Myers,
like Mike, you know, Wayne's
Friday the 13th.
No, Austin Powers.
Austin Powers, not the murder. I know the first thing that comes to your head is butchering people.
Yes, it's a big issue. A lot of people get murdered. Okay, and a lot of it we don't know what happened. Who would even know? And someone could be mutilated, and the pieces are too small. You could get burned up. You could be dished in the ocean.
Oh my God. So Mike Myers.
So Mike Myers was
not to be confused with Michael Myers.
Yeah, Mike Myers was one of the record executives who would give pushback to Queen. So then Queen would, you know, be like, people want a hit, and they'd be like, no, we're gonna give you Bohemian Rhapsody. And so then Mike Myers is like, looks into the camera essentially, is like, teenagers are not going to be headbanging to this song in their car, which is an obvious wink wink, hey, remember, because I did that in Wayne's World.
Oh, that's awful. It's just like, I hate that.
That's really so cheesy. I hate it.
So imagine, okay, I'm just saying, so imagine that in a nutshell, and that's that movie. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, and
callbacks and wink winks and tongue in cheek.
Well, modern Hollywood, which is just cheesy as shit.
Right, it's a cheesy biopic.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. So that's why I thought it was so, like, it was just so like, because when it got nominated for like Best Picture and Best Actor, it was like really like, I don't know, I didn't get why, because I honestly the Rocket Man, the Elton John movie was took more of a risk than
it was a better movie,
because they at least the Rocket Man was like in the form of a musical, so it was like this weird where they would bust out into these weird musical pieces of Elton John songs that were reimagined for the movie. So they weren't. It wasn't like in the Queen movie where if you're hearing them play Another One Bites the Dust, it's literally just the tracks of Another One Bites the Dust that you've heard a million times.
Right.
And
see, this is reminding me, and I'm sorry, this is not completely related, but what Leonardo DiCaprio won that award for, is that Reverence?
Oh, The Revenant, yeah.
The Revenant. And people were saying he didn't really deserve it for this movie, but he did for his last one, which was
The Wolf of Wall Street.
The Wolf of Wall Street. And people were saying, you know, that was a better performance, but like, hey, he should have gotten it then, but he didn't, so we're gonna give it to him this time.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you know, The Reverend, that was a pretty good movie, but like, I don't know if it was worthy of whatever award. I don't even pay attention, but I do remember the murder scene in that, and I've been thinking a lot about that recently. Like at the end when he murders basically the other guy. Well, he doesn't kill him, but
spoiler alert.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
I'm sorry, but there's a bloody scene at the end, and fingers go missing, and
oh my God,
it's really frightening. And like when you're under that kind of pressure, and you think maybe, you know, that might happen to you. It's really.
Was he nominated for Best Supporting Actor in Gilbert Grape?
Yeah, I might even been actor. Supporting, it is probably supporting. Fax Machine, will you look that up for us?
Gilbert Grape?
Yeah, what Leo was nominated for Academy Award. I'm pretty sure. I think Burger's right. It was supporting. But anyways, back to Bohemian Rhapsody. It had the same. It followed the same beats of like I know Burger, you probably haven't seen this one, but Notorious. There was a movie called Notorious, which was a biopic about B.I.G.
Yeah, I know.
And there was that thing where it was like where it just so happens he hops in and he's like, man, I don't want to rap over this, and then the guy's like, oh no, you gotta try it, and then he just hops in the booth and immediately he's like, it was all a dream, and he starts spinning.
So he got nominated for Academy Award and Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actor.
And Gilbert Grape, but he didn't win either of them.
Will you look up who
Grape?
Who was he against that year? What other performances did he
played
face?
a mentally challenged boy.
Yeah, it's a great performance.
Who was like 25.
So, anyways,
what year
the Queen movie followed that.
It would have been like 96 or something.
It was really genius of Queen because they got their music back out there. It got their music into the ears of a lot of people who probably wouldn't have listened to them, or like a lot of kids and stuff. Who was Leo against that year? Anyways, sorry about interrupting you about that, but I was thinking about.
No, that's fine.
It had been bugging me because I'd watched the movie and I was just like, I was trying not to be cynical about it. But as I was watching
Tommy Lee Jones, Best Supporting Actor.
Oh,
for what movie? Batman.
Here's a picture.
93. That would have been somewhere.
93 would have been like what, The Fugitive?
Best Supporting Actor series. Minister. I'm not good at reading.
For the Academy Awards, hold on. Let me look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay.
I think Ed Harris should have at least been nominated for best actor. At least nominated on The Abyss.
He just bailed the fuck out of here fast.
He's probably getting another phone call from some weird.
Okay, here we go. Supporting actor. Here we go. The 1993 Best Supporting Actor nominees. Oh Jesus. Of course, the layout is just
sloppy.
You want to guess what movie won the award for Best Picture this year? The year that this
for 93.
Yeah, it was the 66th Annual Academy Awards. It was March 21st, 1994.
Fuck, I don't know.
Best Picture was Best Picture nominees.
Okay, give me the nominees and I'll guess which one's won.
The Piano, In the Name of the Father, Schindler's List, The Fugitive, The Remains of the Day.
Schindler's List.
Yep. Best Supporting Actor, Tommy Lee Jones won for The Fugitive.
Oh, he won. Okay.
Yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio was nominated. Ralph Fiennes for Schindler's List. John Malkovich.
Ralph Fiennes. Holy shit.
Schindler's List. Pete Postlethwaite.
Okay.
In the Name of the Father.
Ralph Fiennes plays Voldemort on the Harry Potter films.
No, that's Voldemort.
Which brings me to my next story.
All right.
Look at that. Smooth transition.
Sorry, guys. I'm really...
Operator.
There's probably going to be more phone calls.
All right.
Well, yeah, you're really slacking today, bud.
Well, I wasn't prepared for this. I didn't expect it. And I've got some really important things to deal with.
It's not that hard. This is we do this for like an hour and a half. You set up the shit. We talk into microphones for an hour, and then you leave.
You seem to be a bit like on edge, bud. Like more than normal.
I don't have time to fuck around. Okay? I mean, these people I'm dealing with, they're very serious, and I need to be ready to deal with them. Okay? Yeah. So just do your show.
Man. Yeah, jeez.
It's our show. We'll call it your show.
Do the show.
You're dismissing it.
Okay. Maybe have a drink or something, man.
Jesus Christ, relax.
Like what?
I gotta work on a message.
Your work way too serious.
I gotta work on a message because I don't speak this language.
This is an article from CNET. Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy game will allow for trans characters, report says. You'll be able to customize your character's gender, body type, and voice, says Bloomberg.
Just like real life.
Yeah. Harry Potter game Hogwarts Legacy will reportedly let players choose trans characters. The role-playing game will enable players to customize their character's gender placement in the wizarding school, as well as their body type and voice, says a Tuesday report from Bloomberg. Players can also choose how they'll be addressed by other characters in the game, according to the report, which cites unnamed sources. The step toward trans inclusivity comes after... Is that your phone again?
Shut up. Greg, what's going on? Sorry. Gregory? Dude, what? Greg, what are you doing? Yeah, I know what's in the suitcase. Do you? Greg, that's very, very important. Do you understand what kind of people we're doing business with?
What is he talking about?
Have you seen them? Have you met with them?
No,
you met with them, right? Did you? Where are you?
Just puts the kibosh on.
Gregory.
Anytime we get any momentum.
Son, where are you? Okay, Greg. I'll call you Greg. Greg. You know this is on you now. It's not on me, buddy. Greg. It's me and your mom, or it's you. You need to deal with this. Okay? No. You fucked up.
What the...
Alright. Yeah, whatever. Is that it? Are you guys done? You guys ready? Just continue.
All right, I'll continue.
Start somewhere, Fred. I'm gonna have to cut all that out. So just start earlier.
The step toward trans inclusivity comes after Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling came under fire last year for a series of tweets concerning trans issues. Did you hear about those issues that she was having?
I gotta know. It's all on you now? What?
You weren't supposed to listen to that.
Well,
you didn't go anywhere.
You're cutting it out.
There's nowhere to go in this little fucking space. Okay?
It's not that cold outside. Like, you could go outside.
You should mind your own business.
You're lucky we were trying to stay as quiet as we could during that.
That's like if we took a dump in the middle of the floor and then we're like, dude, you fucking shit, and I can smell it. And you're like, well, mind your own business.
One of the most preposterous phone calls I've ever been in front of.
Yeah, it was so absurd.
Yeah, so what was it about?
So many questions. Who knows? But
do you know?
It sounded nefarious.
You would hope you don't. You don't know, so just stay out of it. You don't want to be part of it.
Here, I brought you a drink.
Thank you. I'm going to need it.
It doesn't sound like things are going all right.
They're not. They're not going all right, and it's my problem to deal with. Okay? And I'm dealing with it. I'm taking care of it, and it's going to be we're fine. We're fine. Here, the show's going to be okay. Okay? Okay, guys?
All right.
The show is going to be okay. The show is a separate entity.
All right.
Like I said earlier, the legal purposes, there is separation for a reason, and we're fine. We're fine.
Okay.
Say it one more time, and I think I'll try to believe you. There, we're fine.
What? I said it. It's true.
Yeah, if you keep saying it, maybe it'll come true. This is an article from Popular Mechanics. FBI confirms report of long cylindrical UFO moving really fast over New Mexico. That's a quote. Moving really fast.
So that's like the Oumuamua.
What's that?
The cigar shaped.
Oh no, yeah, I think that's what this is. This is the this was. Hold on. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh.
Hold on, I went to it.
Dude, again?
What do you want, Greg?
God.
Greg, I can't help you. You've done.
What the fuck's going on?
Greg, you've done this to yourself. Greg.
I don't know.
Greg, I can't stop them from doing whatever they're going to do.
What is going on?
And you fucked this up. Okay?
What is he talking
You fucked this up. There was nothing in the fucking...
We should maybe take a 5 hamburger.
Yeah, I mean, I can
We
take
can take a
take
5?
a piss.
Yeah, we should take a 5. We're going to take a 5. We'll be right back.
All right.
Bacon, sausage, roll-ups, and chicken cordon bleu bites, and Cheetos, booze, and propane every day. Oh, won't you come to Leon's today?
All right, so I think we're going to cut this week's episode a little bit short. We were in the middle of reading Storyburger. I think we can just save that for next time.
Yeah, the UFO story.
Yeah, we'll
Seems like Tim's got some pressing matters he's got to take care of.
Yeah,
so.
he just left out of here in a storm and a bit of a fit. That was a bit odd.
It seems like every time we see him, he gets more and more distracted.
Yeah.
And, like he's got really, I don't know, some kind of pressing matters that he doesn't really want to share with us.
I'm not necessarily sure how much of the episode is going to be usable anyways. So hopefully this gets sent out. So
yeah.
All
right.
Yeah. So anyways, that's it for this week. Hopefully we can get some things back to normalcy. We took a step in the right direction by going with our stories.
I think so. And so breaking
Today,
away from that Indonesian shit that he was making us do. And also you can email us at Brute and the Fruit email, which is brute.n.fruit
at gmail.com. And Buzzsprout.
You can find us on Buzzsprout. You can find us on YouTube. What else? Google?
Facebook, Google. Yeah, just the Brute and the Fruit podcast. We're on Twitter. Email us. Give us your opinions, your thoughts, your feelings, your hopes,
regrets,
your wishes.
Your complaints.
Yeah. So anyways, tune in next time. Like I said, hopefully we'll get some of this stuff figured out with the... Maybe we should just let Tim have a hiatus.
I don't know. He keeps putting us in these fucking awkward positions about sending me to gay camp, sending you to fat camp, and just
it wasn't even fat camp. It was
I know, but I mean the thing is
labor
it's deception. Yeah. So it's like he obviously doesn't have respect for us if he's got to lie and deceive us.
It makes me think twice about all the plans we've been making for his bachelor party live on Twitch.
Well, I think that might be the catalyst for something better for him, though. Too, I think that once we do like the bachelor party thing, I think will sort of put his mind into perspective about his friends and his family and where he wants things to go.
I mean, he's carrying. You can see he's carrying it up in his shoulders. He needs a woman, a prostitute, type lady, to finish him off.
Yeah,
and release some of those toxins. He's got so much. The guy. He's a liaison. He works. He's busy.
He's released.
There's something going on. There's something going on though. I don't know.
Well, we pray for him here at the Brute and the Fruit.
Yeah. All things must pass, as George Harrison said.
Wiser words were never spoken.